But for example, you had Bono and Gates engaged in philanthropy, right? I think it was in 2005.
No, it's not only philanthropy. You see, Davos serves also as a platform for new initiatives. So where you get the support of the world community for new initiatives. So, for example, Bono launched an initiative 2005 to reduce the debts of African countries, and this was taken over afterwards in the G8. We have had many other initiatives like the Gavi initiative, which was launched. Gavi is a global alliance for vaccination and immunization for children, which was launched by Gates and which is now active in immunizing and vaccinating millions of children around the world. This is the purpose of what we are doing, to be a platform for new thinking, but also for action mainly in terms of public-private partnerships.
I think Gates announced at the meeting that he invested, I mean not invested, but he put $800 million, I think, for tuberculosis, right?
Yes, so it's also in Davos, you see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So who do you think has the most power? Is that the kind of philanthropists from those people who succeeded so much, or are they the politicians?
No, you know, today the borderline between public and private is blurred. And I think it's very important to emphasize the notion of corporate global citizens. Big corporations like Microsoft, whoever, they have a lot of advantages from the fact that the world has become global. But they also have not only rights, they have also duties. And the duty consists in contributing to a better society. And I think this has been very much recognized by Bill Gates, but also by many other people. So what we need today in the world is corporations which are engaging into making this world a better place, not only to serve the shareholders.
And so I guess here, as a transition, you are preparing the annual meeting in January. So
that's right. Yeah.
So
and here you see our different groups and task forces, and what we are doing here is mainly industry related. You have the different industry groups. For example, here you have everything which interests you, like, because it's media, communications, and entertainment. So
and everybody has a view on the lake. It's amazing.
But I think people
is there a message in the offices themselves?
No, people are working so hard here, so they unfortunately do not have too much time to enjoy it. At least that's what the boss believes. The reality may be a little bit different.
So tell me about this year's annual meeting, the theme. What will be the theme?
Changing power equation. Look, the world has become flat. Tom Friedman, in his book, if you take let's say the whole Web 2.0 concept, you have today empowerment, you have engagement, and what has happened, the power has shifted from the center to the periphery.
Okay.
And I think this is true in politics, where we see now the rise of China and India. It's true.
So it's not in the US, it's moving towards China and India?
Into a multipolar world. We have the empowerment of customers in companies. We have a new relationship, a new power relationship between shareholders and business, and so on and so on. And that's, in Davos we look at the whole global agenda, at all the issues and challenges,
so
but always with a specific theme and with a specific philosophy.
So can you name a few of those issues? Like health, I guess?
No, health, Middle East,
poverty.
Of course we look at the impact of the social communities. That's very important on our life, on what it means, for example, for political behavior and so on. Those are some of the issues we will discuss.
How about environment?
environment is very much at the top of the agenda. We have been since many years, actually 30 years ago.
Al Gore came 2 years ago, I think.
Yes, but I have to say 30 years ago, 35 years ago, I had the first green people, the environmentalists, in Davos.
So you saw this coming way before?
No, it was a personal concern in many years because, I mean, we cannot destroy our environment. If we think of the next generation, I have children, I have a grandson and so on. I want that my children or my grandchildren enjoy life in the mountains as much as I do. I'm going now for skiing to Zermatt, and fortunately with the lack of snow you still can do skiing on the glaciers. But I want that those glaciers which I admire so much are still around in 20, 30 years. So that's my own motivation, but from a point of view of all people, I mean, we are threatened. We are at the moment in a very good situation. The economy is doing very well. And sometimes I have the feeling it's the dance on the Titanic, because if you look underneath, you see so many serious issues and problems.
And do you think, as a conclusion, Klaus, because I know your time is precious, do you think, you said the world is getting flat, this book from Friedman, do you think it's getting better?
We have an opportunity, I mean, like always in life, we have the chance to create a much better world. We have the technologies, we have the capabilities, but it needs the will, it needs the understanding. And here, if we can make a contribution, that we go into the right direction and not into the wrong direction, then I think I could be happy with my own life.
And people should not be frightened with globalization. It's an opportunity, you think?
No, you need both. I mean, see, when I look again at the theme of our annual meetings, the shifting power equation, also, if you take the flat world,
yes.
The art today is, how do you create in an empowered world where you have 6 billion of people, individual people with their own objectives, their own values, how do you create a consensus to meet those challenges, to resolve those problems like the environment, because those problems we can only solve by consensus. And the difficulty which we have is to create a consensus in a very empowered world. And that's what we stand for the process to integrate people and to create such a consensus.
Thank you very much, Klaus. Congratulations. Thank you.